All right, fingers crossed on this one. I'm having a heck of a time with the technology this morning. All right, I think I'm live on Instagram. Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. If you are joining me on YouTube, will you do me a favor and just say hello in the chat so I can see if that chat is working? Because last time it didn't. And it made me so sad. Good morning, friends on Instagram. Yay. Hi, Krista. Okay. We're okay. That makes me feel so good. All right. Hi, Jean. Hi, Crystal. Hi, Denise. Good morning, Heather. I have a lot of new followers this morning, thanks to TikTok. So welcome to all of my new TikTok friends. Good morning. Good morning. Hello, Megan. Hi, Dr. Jules. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, Catherine. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Erin. Good morning, good morning. Ooh, good morning from Germany. Hi, Jean. Hi, Rosa. Good morning, Jennifer. Hello, hello, hello. Wow. Oh my goodness. This is so exciting, you guys. Okay. Oops. Don't want to do that. Happy solstice. Hi, Amanda. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Jen. Good morning, Christiana and Rose and Amy and Lori and Kim and Nicole. Oh my goodness. It's a party. You guys, I have had like 3 sips of my coffee and I'm already very hyper because of you. Thank you. Do you see this gray hair? This needs to go. I can see it. Can I grab it? Ah, where are you? Just distract me. Okay. Hey, Claudia. Hello, Princess Pork Chop. One of my new TikTok friends. Yeah. So wow, I can't believe we're here. We made it. As far as like what we're doing this morning, I have some thoughts. Let me know if you're into it. So I thought it was going to be important this morning to tap in. We're going to talk about Cancer season. We're going to talk about the end of this Mercury retrograde and what that means, and also just see what comes through as far as the split energies. But then I also want to do sensory card pulls so that you guys can get a card pull for solstice for yourself. So I have 2 decks with me, like I normally do, and we'll do sensory card pulls. And then after that, we'll do the activation. And if you've never done an activation with me, we just connect our energies, clear, and I walk you through some things. And of course, we've got the fairy forest deck here today because they want to talk as well. Hello, Jennifer. Good morning. Hi, Lacey. Look at me trying to have like a plan and an itinerary this morning. We'll see what flows. I'm just so excited. I'm gonna take a few sips of my coffee as people join in. Now, I know you're not even going to ask me about the app, right? Because it was very fascinating of me to think that I could put a date of the 21st and my app be done. But just remember that app is coming and it's going to be so freaking awesome. I cannot wait. And it will be really soon. It's Mercury retrograde, and I should have known when launching an app that it was silly to launch during retrograde. So that's fine. It's all good. It'll happen when it's supposed to happen. But the app is coming, Inner Sanctum members. And if I've been throwing you off with that, with my restoration people, you're now Inner Sanctum officially. Hey, Rachel. Okay. Hi, Megan. Hello, hello, hello. All right. Let's go ahead and just like get started. I'm putting my hands up so I know when to edit this. All right, welcome everybody. You've made it to the split. It is summer solstice, June 21st, Monday. We are sliding into Cancer season. And wow, that's a different energy. Curious if you guys have been feeling the past 3 to 4 days, like every so often, it feels like somebody just unplugged you and you're just dead, like dead tired, can't drum up any energy to do anything. It's almost like you can't even talk to people. Curious if you felt that. I felt it a few times over the past few days, and it all seems to coincide or connect to some really, really, really strong upgrades coming in. I think we talked about this recently where I think it's kind of like I think I described it more like that, being unplugged and just everything stops, like that feeling when even like it seems like your internal organs aren't even moving or making any sounds, like you're just totally stopped. This is a little different than that. This is like drained and just like, oof, almost like somebody's grounding you, like you're not allowed to move for like an hour or whatever. And for me, like I'm not a big nap person, but the other day I just like fell into my bed at like 3:30 in the afternoon and fell asleep for like 40 minutes, which is very odd for me. So yeah, okay. I'm seeing a lot of you guys are feeling that. These are the solstice energies coming in. These are the split energies coming through. And depending on what's going on with you personally, it could manifest in so many different ways, but yeah, I've been totally feeling it too. It's very, very exhausting. And it's kind of annoying, right? Because it feels like, oh, I feel like I should have some energy to do some things, and the things are not wanting to be done. And we really have to start or continue to listen to our bodies. Our bodies are not, there to basically be contrary to everything we're trying to do. Our bodies are trying to communicate with us constantly and say, hey, something's happening. Will you listen to what we need? And listening to what you need is going to be the name of the game this season and like the rest of your life, right? But listen to what your body is asking for, because depending on whatever energies are hitting you at whatever point in time, that's going to make a huge difference in how you're able to move through these pockets of energy that are still coming through. So by and large, as we move into the end of this month and into July and into the second half of this year, the upgrades are going to be different. I've used this analogy of the first half of the year. It's like we're sitting underneath a waterfall with these upgrades and just being like pummeled, and you can hardly even like move your face to get a breath of air. It's just like nonstop, nonstop, nonstop. That energy is shifting now, and will it's not going to be a very like sudden shift because of the way things are this week, astrologically speaking. So the shift is more of a decline, right? It's going to fade into it. So look for that happening this week, that the intensity of the upgrades shifts for you, okay? And just remember, we have a full moon in Capricorn on Thursday, and we are exiting Mercury retrograde, and we are landing in to Cancer season. So it's a lot this week as per usual, but hey, you're so used to that. Like you've got it. Like a lot is your baseline now. I'm going to look at some questions. We've got some people saying things. My birthday is on the 24th. Well, happy early birthday. Sylvia's asking, how is 3D feeling it? They seem to be all zombified. Well, okay, let's just jump right into that for a second. If you are new to what the split is, you're not sure what that means, here's just a quick thing. It's just energetic transition, energetic shifting, okay? The earth itself is raising its core frequency from a third dimensional frequency into a fifth. It's not going to stay in a fifth either. It's going to continue going, but that's a big jump to go from a third dimensional frequency into a fifth dimensional frequency. So the earth itself is doing that. When the earth itself raises its frequency, every living creature is affected by that frequency because we are all frequency beings. So what that means is, in order to align ourselves to the way the earth is now emitting frequencies and the way that it is now vibrating, basically, we have to raise our vibration to vibrate along with it, okay? Now, for some of us, that is happening right now. For others, because of their collective mindset and belief system, core belief systems, they're not raising up to the fifth dimensional frequency yet, but they're coming. What has to happen in order to kick out of third dimension is just like a big, like, ah, like when somebody scares you, when you have the hiccups to get the hiccups out, which like, I don't think that works, but it's a thing people do. It's kind of like that. Something has to shock you. And then you're like, whoa, like what's happening? And then what happens is basically everything around you no longer makes sense, which is what we've kind of been going through for the past, like, what, 5 years, especially lately. And then you start to move into that higher frequency, right? So, with that being said, some of us are in fifth dimensional frequency earlier because we're creating containers and sussing it out and seeing what's going on there and aligning ourselves to that. It feels good. If it doesn't feel good for you yet, that's fine. You'll get there later. And when that happens, when that big happens for third dimensional frequenters, then we'll be here to help that transition and move everybody along the path towards ascension and changing the way that we do things on Earth. So nobody's being left behind. We're not leaving planet Earth. It is literally a vibrational shift. Okay. So the reason I'm like really harping on that is because I just want to make it really, really super clear that this is not a hierarchy type of thing. We are not better. No one's worse. This is timing. Okay. This is like, are you ready for this right now? Yes. Great. Are you? No, no, thank you. That's not what I signed up for. I signed up to have a little more experience in the third dimensional realm. I'll be there later. Okay, great. We'll see you then. This is not about us versus them. We have got to get out of that type of thinking altogether. Being a spiritual being is being a human being. You can't not be a spiritual being. You may repress your connection to the spiritual, absolutely, but in essence, it's what you are, right? You are literally energy wrapped in skin on a planet that's like suspended in animated motion in the universe. So what else would you be? We're all magical, right? But we are so magical that our consciousness, our thought process, our belief systems, those things dictate our reality. So as we've been moving into this fifth dimensional space, we've been really practicing that, right? And starting to focus on that. And if you've been working with me for a minute and, hanging out on my morning chats and stuff, you know this because we've been playing with that energy. We've been saying like, oh, when I say something, it comes true because I really believe in myself. I'm a very, very, very powerful being. And what I feel and think matters. And I make my choices for me. The minute you do that, the minute you step into your sovereignty, oh my God, like everything changes. Everything changes. And that is going to be like more and more and more and more as we move through the rest of this year. It's going to be like, you guys, it's going to be pretty magical. Now, with that being said, we've done several channeling sessions on this, and something that does come up a lot is that because your thoughts create your reality, a lot of people who are still in a third dimensional mindset are going to have a bit of a tough time. Okay, because right now there's a lot going on this planet in the third dimensional frequency that is some hot mess BS. Okay, it is not good, it's ugly, it's ridiculous, but it's also very third dimensional frequency. So the truth of the matter is, if you just look at it from an energetic perspective, if you're resonating at a fifth dimensional frequency and all the bullshit is happening at a third dimensional frequency, you're going to need to lower your frequency in order to participate in that. That is absolutely your choice. You can totally do that. And it's not judgment. Some of us came here to experience that kind of chaos. So you have to do you and know what's right for you. But if you don't lower yourself into that third dimensional frequency, it's much possible. It's very possible that you're going to have a completely different experience. And you can look at the past year and a half to see how people can be exposed to similar circumstances or the same situation and come out with completely different takes and experiences and sensations and memories and traumas from the very same thing. So we all make those choices for ourselves. And all of this is to only remind you that you make your choices for yourself too. Okay. I'm going to kind of circle back because we need to talk about Cancer season. This is me though. I'm literally all over the place and I've only had like 8 sips of coffee. So hold on a second. Mm-mm-mm. I'm hitting my waves. Good morning. Good morning. All right. So quick pivot. And if you have any questions, just put them in there and I will do my best to find them and address them. So Cancer season, we need to talk about this because we are moving out of Gemini season, which is super cerebral, bouncing all over the place, not necessarily concerned with staying in any one spot and doing anything for too long, but mostly just gathering information and doing all the things and being very spazzy, right? It's been a little spazzy. Gemini season has been a lot. But now we're moving into Cancer season. This is the season of the crab. And as a Cancer rising, I really started to be nicer about Cancer energy. So let's talk about that. Cancer energy is all about nurturing. It's all about the home. It's a very maternal energy. If you have somebody with Cancer in them and who, a healed Cancer energy in them, this is a person who wants to make you feel loved, wants to make you feel cared for. This is the person who's like, yes, come into my house. I have all the things that you like to eat, and here you can use the fancy towels, and I know you like this thing, so here's that, whatever it is. Cancer wants to make an environment where you feel at home. And that is a beautiful, nurturing energy. Cancer energy is also, like I said, signified by the crab. It's one of 3 water signs. Okay, so again, very emotional, very emotional. And think about how a crab moves. Crab does not move straightforward. There is nothing straightforward about Cancer energy. And in its unhealed side, because every sign has a healed and an unhealed sign, and then everything in between. And in its unhealed nature, Cancer is incredibly passive aggressive, right? Like, don't you even. Cancer wants you to intuit what they're feeling without them having to tell you. And then when you don't do it, because that's not actually a thing that anyone does, they're like, you must not love me. Now I'm going to be passive aggressive. And I say that with all the love in my heart because, like I said, Cancer rising. So what does that mean for a season? Well, also one other thing about Cancer. Because it's a crab, Cancer is able to move seamlessly from earth to sea, sea to earth. Boop, boop, boop. Very versatile, right? So you have a bit of a grounding energy in Cancer that you don't have with really any of the other water signs. What does it mean? Like, wow, what's happening? Well, I'll tell you. This is not a super secret. This season is all about building your home base, okay? Building the containers that are going to hold you, that are going to nurture you and replenish your energy when you need that, okay? We are all going to be working on creating the places, the relationships, the smells, the sounds, the textures that make us feel grounded and nurtured, okay? That's what this season is all about. And it might seem like, whoa, like that's a weird thing to do. Is it though? You've just spent the past 6 months completely destroying all of your old containers. Correct me if I'm wrong, but some of us like went to town on that and actually like put some charges on there and exploded the foundations, right? It's been a wild 6 months. It's been a wild 2 years, but these 6 months have like been like 2 years within them. And you may find that you're coming out of Gemini season, like, oh, shoot, where is everybody? They're gone, right? You probably, not probably, a lot of you have different jobs. Some of you are divorced or no longer in the same relationships that you were, or in the process of something. Some of you are starting new, completely new business ventures, you moving, like everything's changing. And so of course, this is the time to really sink in and start to create your home base. And I will tell you, The other thing about Cancer that's really, really, really cool, Cancer takes its home with them everywhere, always wearing their home. Cancer people are amazing at this. Anywhere they go, they can turn that into home because they know what home means. They are home, right? So bring that to your life this season, the next 30 days. This is what you need to be focusing on, okay? How do you create an environment around you that feels restorative, safe, beautiful, and supportive of everything that you are, okay? If that sounds like a tall order, that's okay. You live this life 1 minute at a time, right? One breath at a time. You needn't get overwhelmed. Be in the moment and do what you can do in that moment. Do what you can do for yourself. Feel good, feel happy, feel connected, because this is exciting shit, guys. Like what you're building during Cancer season, oh man, it's the foundation of like crazy amazing things. And there's no limit, there's no parameters that you have to work within anymore. And that's what you really need to start understanding. I know you guys are seeing it, but like really start understanding all of the limitations that you've been working within were given to you. You probably didn't make them up. They're societal, they're family, they're just general expectations hanging in the air. All of those things don't really mean anything unless they mean something to you. So, how are you going to build this? How are you going to make it awesome? What color are the walls in your special cave that you're creating? What snacks will you have on hand when you're tired and you need some snacks and naps, right? So, that's what we're doing this Cancer season. Now, I've been working with some of you guys on my new project, the Merkaba signature. And this is actually turning into a much bigger thing because why the fuck not? But I am offering these charts now as like a PDF, and you don't have to have a one-on-one with me. So you can order them now. There is a wait time, of course, but these charts will help you to understand your natal chart and understand how to use your specific astrological signature to navigate this energy. And it's aces, guys. So that's my little plug. Let's continue though. Now, with all of that being said, right? We are building, building, building. We are releasing, releasing, releasing. We are moving out of Mercury retrograde, which can we have a moment of like, what the fuck was that? That was the worst Mercury retrograde ever. Like there have been Mercury retrogrades where I hardly even noticed it, right? But not this one. This one was absolutely ridiculous. You probably noticed that at any point in time, you would just say something and you'd be like, oh, that's fine. I just said that. And then the other person would just kind of come back around and be like, wow, I can't believe you said this. And you're like, I didn't even use any of those words. Like, how'd you get that? Communication has been shit, especially if you understand when you're communicating with somebody who is currently vibrating in fifth dimension versus third dimension. You have noticed that. Because what's happening with people in fifth dimensional energy that makes it easier to communicate with is that we all know what the fuck is going on here, right? And you're like, oh, okay, I don't understand what you just said, but I know why I don't understand it, so I'm not going to freak out. And that's a beautiful thing, right? But again, if you're not working with that energy, it's been very frustrating to have any type of anything. This is going to start easing up. This week, I would not say is the week to be like, woohoo, let's have the conversation. Like, wait till next week, because always remember, anything organic doesn't just end like, boom. It doesn't just like put a wall down and it's suddenly gone. It takes time to get out of it. It's like, you ramp in, you ramp out. So just remember we're ramping out this week, and it's not all gone. It's still a little weird, right? However, we have this full moon in Capricorn on Thursday, and the full moon in Capricorn on Thursday is going to really help us to shake off the residue from this Mercury retrograde and to get our shit together in a way that actually feels very aligned for us personally. So this is going to be a wonderful full moon. Naturally, it is going to be wonderful. It's the biggest like energy ever right now. And don't be afraid. I heard somebody has a birthday on the full moon. Do not be afraid. of having your birthday on the full moon. What a wonderful celebration. What a wonderful way to kind of start a new year of your life by syncing up with a gorgeous moon and releasing everything that no longer feels like you. That's all we're doing now. Anything that does not feel like you, goodbye. See you later. And the lunar energies help us to really facilitate that shaking off, right? Shaking off of the things that don't feel good anymore. So our call is going to be this Thursday at 6 p.m. So if you'd like to join us, just join Inner Sanctum. You can do that for free on my website. And we can go through that together. Yes. So for those of you who are just tuning in and you missed the beginning, this transmission will be available on my YouTube and on IGTV. So you can totally go back and listen. So this week, just remember, it's big energy in transition. And it is not, so remember the last new moon we had, it was not a good moon for magicking because we were having eclipse energy, and that's just not a good place to do your magic. But magic is back. Like, feel free to really open up your dreams, open up your feelings, and notice things around you. For all intents and purposes, you just woke up this morning in a totally new world. You have that ability now to do that. So how are you going to live life now? What choices are you going to make? How kick-ass are you going to be? Do you want to leave some things in last week and kind of move forward into this week? And for those of you who are Cancers and have Cancer energy, I know that's a hard thing to do, right? We love to hold a few grudges. Can you let go of them and, skitter yourself in a sideways way into a forward momentum, right? Or maybe just wait for a wave to come. Don't move. Wait for a wave to come and pull you into the water. I don't know, whatever feels good for you. But just remember, these are your choices. You make your choices, and nobody else is making your choices for you. You all the time. Okay. So are you ready now for some card pulls? Because I think I'm ready for that. So if you've never done sensory card pulls with me before, I'm going to give you 3 things, and you pick the one that feels most resonant to you and then comment. And then I will do the card pulls and I will give you your message. Okay? Yes. All right. I have 2 decks with me again today, like last time. And okay, what are we going to do? We're going to do 3 different elements, I think, today. So, ask yourself which one you're feeling. The ocean. So like picture waves rolling in the ocean. A beautiful campfire. And the wind rustling through the trees in the woods. Okay, so we've got the ocean, campfire, and the wind rustling through the trees in the woods. So which one feels most aligned with you today? Just pick one. And as so many of you do, if you feel aligned, you can, of course, pick 2, whichever one feels good. Let me see. I forgot my little heater thing. All right. Seeing a lot of ocean people, some wind people, of course, campfire by the ocean. That's my kind of campfire. All right. All righty. Okay. I'm going to pick one for me too. What am I feeling? I think I'm feeling campfire by the ocean as well. Campfire by the ocean. I'm picking 2. All right, loves. Let's get started. I got 2 decks with me here. This one is, I forget what this is called in the box. Oh, there it is. This one's the Earth Magic deck. And then this one is my OG. It's my Avalon deck. Look how crumpled it is. It's so good. Okay, you ready? So first, of course, we have the ocean. Let's see what we got here. Okay. The first one was ocean, right? Yes, it was ocean, campfire, and the wind. Claudia. So far, you're safe. Did you pick 2, Claudia? All right, let's see. Okay, ocean people. Are you ready? And if you picked 2 things, obviously, I'm going to get this hair. Obviously, you are mixing the 2 messages and just using them however resonates with you. Okay, so here you go. You have the Raven and the Milky Way. These are your 2 cards, and I'm going to tell you what your story is in just a second, but I'm just showing you. Okie dokie. All right, so ocean people. First of all, big energy about using the stone called amethyst. That's feeling like a big one for you. If you work with crystals at all, consider adding amethyst to your rotation. Okay, I got it. Now I can move on. All right, so there's that. Now, Milky Way, perspective, and the Raven, magic. This card is literally a reminder that you are creating everything around you, and you are really fucking magical, and you need to stop doubting yourself. Remember, everything in life is cyclical, ebbs and flows like the ocean. You can't have flow without ebb. If it was all flow, that would be a different word, right? Because it would be this endless wave that just keeps going and nothing ever happens. You have to remember ebb and flow, because for you guys, it feels very much like when you're in flow, everything is okay. And then when the ebb comes, you start to doubt everything. And you're like, fuck. I'm wrong. I made the wrong decisions. Why did I think I could do that? Blah, 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 blah. And you just go bananas. Find a new way to do life. And I say that like nicely. Like, find a new way to handle yourself. Know that you are going to have ebbs, and then you'll have your flow. Start to understand your pattern here. Is it synced up with specific lunar cycles? Is new moon during a time when you feel very ebby or flowy? Figure that out and then put it on your journal so you know that during that time, you're going to be slower. Take more naps and be nice to yourself and stop doubting every single thing. When you're in flow, go at it, my friend. You're very magical. You're just also cyclical, just like everything else on earth that is also magical. So be nice to yourself and remember that. You can't flow without your ebb. Okay, that is ocean people. Next up, we have campfire. And if you're just joining us, we are doing sensory card pulls, and you're picking from ocean, campfire, or wind in the trees. Okay? All right. Erin, were you ocean? Erin's saying wowza. Okay. Next up, we have campfire. Okay, here we go. It's coming. It's sort of coming. We can't rush the card pull. Okay. Campfire people. Check out your situation. You've got the letting go card, and you've got the rain card. Look at that. Lots of water happening for the fire people. You thought that you could pick fire and you wouldn't get any emotions, but you're wrong. So listen, you actually have emotions, and some things have to be felt. Okay? So if this is you and you are trying to not have emotions, Cancer season is not that place. You are going to have feelings. We're all going to have feelings. Cancer's super duper feely. What have you been letting go of or not letting go of? And what have you been suppressing or shoving down or telling yourself is fine that is actually very sad for you and you need to grieve? Grieving is a natural part of the process of an ending. Even if the thing on the other side of the ending is like the best, most fun, amazing thing ever, you still need to grieve when something ends. And that doesn't make you anything but a human person. Okay? So, Caitlin. So, feel your feelings. Feel your feelings. Get into the water and feel your freaking feelings. And remember, you're letting go for a reason. Because if you hold on to something that's trying to move, you are going to be using all of your energy to remain stuck. Let me say that again. If you are holding on to something that is trying to move on, you are going to use all of your energy to remain stuck in one place because you're not letting any flow happen. You're clinging. It's fear. Let yourself feel it and trust that you can carry yourself through this, okay? Right. That was for me too, because I picked Ocean by the Campfire. Sometimes the cards are annoying, but I mean, sometimes we need to hear these messages. Okay, next up we have Wind in the Trees. Wind in the Trees. I'm hearing a cricket, which is interesting because with all these cicadas, I haven't heard any crickets. All right. Wind in the Trees. Ooh, this will be interesting. Okay. All right, Wind in the Trees. You ready? You have the Bard and you have the Meadow. Oh, can you hear my cricket? Yeah. So you have the Bard and the Meadow. Look at all this green. Look at all this green stuff. Wind in the Trees is all about starting to tell your story. Okay, that's the Bard card. So you have so much inside of you that is so important to share. And you know, this month is all about storytelling. In fact, this is the week that I'm having all of the amazing guests on to talk about their coming out stories. In fact, our first one is at noon today with Rachel Keller. And telling your story is huge. And you may think, well, who cares about my story? But as soon as you start to tell your story, you'll soon find a lot more people care than you think. When we tell our stories, what we're actually doing is letting other people know that something that you've gone through is normal and what they're going through is normal as well. We have this feeling that we have so many weird things inside of us, right? That there are lots of things we're guilty about or shameful of or things we just don't talk about in polite society and whatever else it is. But that's ridiculous and it's bullshit. And here's why. We are all human people. So anything that happens to a human person should be discussed and should be up for chatting about. It should be out there because it's an experience that we can have. Putting judgment upon experiences is just patriarchy, right? It's handcuffing us and making us think that we're the only ones and there's something wrong with us. And then we're isolated and we can't connect our energies and rise up together. Tell your story, whatever that means for you. It's time to use your voice. The Meadow is here because Lord knows when you start to speak about yourself, that's huge vulnerability. Vulnerability is superpower. That's taking off your armor and saying, I'm ready to just be me. It's you understanding that you are not going to die just because people can see you. It's knowing that you're safe in your own body, in your own energy, and that your words are so important to hear. We want to hear them. So tell your story, Be vulnerable. You're awesome. All right. So those are your solstice card messages. Sorry about that doozy in the middle, but this is you guys. I'm just kidding. I mean, I'm not kidding, but it's life. All right, my friends. So what we're going to do now is clear our energy. We're going to tap in. I'm going to lead you through a really brief activation. If you've not done an activation with me, it's kind of like a meditation, but I don't feel like it is a meditation, so I'm calling them activations. And see how it makes you feel. I hope it makes you feel amazing. And after that, we are going to pull one card from the Fairy Forest deck, and we're going to hope it's not the one that we think it is. And then I'm going to let you go and have an amazing day. And I'm just so grateful to be connecting here with you this morning. It feels really good. I'm feeling this lit energy very nicely this morning, so thank you. All right. Let's go ahead and close our eyes. All right. Close your eyes. Go ahead and roll your shoulders up to your ears and down your back. Nice straight spine. Now bring your attention to your belly and ask your belly to soften. Soften your belly. And you're going to take a nice deep breath in through your nose, nice and slow. And then release it slowly through your mouth. Deep breath in and out. And one more time, deep breath in and out. Taking a moment now to call all of your energy into your body. Calling your energy in from the past and the future. Breathing it in through your heart chakra, allowing you to be here in this now moment, present, peaceful, with all of your energy in your body. Let's receive one more nice deep breath in. And let it go. Bring your focus to the crown of your head, to your crown chakra that connects you to your higher self and to universal force energies. And if it feels good, softening that crown chakra, letting it open like petals of a flower. And starting to see a beautiful, brilliant white light streaming down from above into your crown chakra. This white light is shimmery and vibrant and very much alive. As it moves into your crown chakra, feeling your face and your jaw, feeling the back of your head, moving down your neck and throat. This brilliant white light is clearing any old energy, any stuck energy from your body, from all the nooks and crannies. Feel it move down your shoulders and fill your heart chakra. Feel it move down your arms and fill your hands and your fingers. Feel your palms begin to tingle with that beautiful energy. Feel it move down your spine and down into your belly, filling your hips, moving down your thighs, filling your knees, and all the way down to your feet. Feel and see yourself filled with this beautiful, sparkling, vibrant, alive, white energy, just moving in your body, moving and clearing. Enjoy that feeling, allowing it to work its magic. Receive a nice deep breath in. Let it go. I'm going to say some affirmations, and you can speak them out loud. You can speak them in your head, or you can simply let the sound of my voice Merge into your energetic field, allowing your body filled with that brilliant white light to simply be. Take one hand and place it on your heart if it feels good. What if I'm magical? What if, in this very moment, I am everything I need? What if my fear no longer has control over me? What if I am brilliant and vital? What if I am powerful? What if my words, my voice, my story is healing, magic for others? What if I am fully loved and supported by myself? What if there's nothing to work on here? What if I am fully myself? What if I have everything I need in this now moment to create the life of my dreams? What if I am so radiant that I can't help but make magic everywhere I go? What if I love myself? What if I recommend myself? What if I am my biggest fan? What if everything that has ever happened to me has led me to this moment, has made me who I am? And what if who I am is my favorite thing? What if I treat myself from this moment on like the biggest VIP in my life? What if everything about me is on purpose? What if? What if? What if? Receive a nice deep breath in. Sigh it out. You can release your hand and start to visualize that sparkling white light moving down through your body, down through your feet, out your feet into the earth below, moving out, taking with it any stuck energy that you no longer want, allowing it to be absorbed into the earth below you and transmuted for a new purpose, leaving your body clear, peaceful, and full of your own energy, nice and loose and ready, vibrant. And I want you to repeat this one out loud after me. I am on purpose. I am magical. I am here and I am ready. Take your hands, press them to your heart, and say this: I love myself. I love myself. I love myself. Receive one more deep breath in, really big. Breathe it in. And let it go with a sigh. All right. And when you're ready, You can slowly open your eyes, bringing your awareness back to your body, bringing your energy back into focus. And see how you feel. How are you doing? How are you feeling? What are you feeling? Ready for a nap? Yeah, I hear you on that one. Awesome. I love it. Empowered and peaceful, serene and chill, tingling and loose. I love it. Grateful. That's okay. Someone is saying that they almost started crying. And Cancer season is a wonderful season for crying. So please let yourself. Crying is important. It's how you release energy. So you do that. And AG says that they're working on it. And for all of you who ever say that, I am working on it. I am working on it. I am working on it. Take a break. You don't need to work on yourself. You're not a project. You are a magnificent, radiant, magical fucking being. You're perfect as you are. You can make choices. You can have new experiences, but you don't need to work on yourself. You're awesome. All right. So last but not least, my friends, and thank you so much for hanging with me. This has gone a little longer than our usual morning meetings. I'm going to pull a card from my Fairy Force deck for our Solstice Day. And for those of you who buried your Herkimers, today is a wonderful day to go dig them out, rinse them off, do some magic. All right. And for all of my new TikTok friends, just a reminder, I am live every week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So you can find me here on Facebook and Instagram going live at those times, and you can find the transmissions later on YouTube. I post them all. And for those of you who have sent me messages asking me why I am booked through 2024, I'm not. I only open sessions a week ahead of time usually, and I'm booked through June. But I will be opening up July dates very soon. So if you are on my mailing list or on the text message list, you will get a notification first when the openings are available. Okay? All right, my loves. Are you ready? You ready? And when the app is ready, it's going to be full of so many of these with music. Affirmations, activations, meditations. I'm so excited. All right, here we go. I'm always like a little scared when I pull from this deck. Okay, we're good. We're good. This is a very good card. All right, we've gotten this one before. This is number 45. It's the Ancient. For some of you, you're going to want to pay attention to the owl. That means something to you. Okay. Let's see what it is. I will post this card in my stories so you can look at it. You ready? The Ancient is so old, she is almost beyond time. She is able to speak the truth without compromise, as are you when this card comes to you. She is so old, has experienced so much, learned and taught so many lessons that she has become powerful and influential, just as you are becoming too. So too are you growing older, coming into wisdom. She knows that while others are now going to come to you for advice and guidance, she sees your humanity, your faults and your flaws and your feelings of unworthiness. She wishes to reassure you. Others will come to you seeking knowledge, awaiting a blessing, an initiation, and oblivious to the consequences of the path they wish to walk. Wisdom, true wisdom, understands complexity, and you have developed this quality. The ancient is honorable and human, and yet more than human. And she is courageous and has made sacrifices, as have you. She sees straight through comforting illusions, as you do. She represents ancient tradition and the challenge of defining the self, yet remaining within a tradition that you value. And this too is one of your challenges. So take responsibility in your life. You will face the battle of choice and you will be the antidote to gurus and dominant personalities who claim to have all the answers. The ancient recognizes the challenge of being a teacher. This immersion in a world to learn the ancient arts and venerate wisdom and old ways can be expressed in many forms, but everything you are now learning has value. She is the repository for ancient secrets and the contact between worlds. She is wise, and she has learned to consider every word that falls from her lips, even as she longs to call out for freedom. The Ancient is a special card. When this card comes up, it adds a depth to the magic, to everything. And so sit with that. Sit with all your messages. Whatever resonates and feels good to you, keep it. What doesn't, let it go. Let things go. You are right here in this moment. You are amazing. You are doing the things. You are allowed to feel scared. You are allowed to have anxiety. You are allowed to feel sleepy. You are allowed to be whatever you are. Just be that. And everything is going to be okay. I promise you this. I love you so much. Thank you so much for being here with me this morning. It's been a pleasure and an honor. I'll be back here Wednesday at 8:30 a.m. with a very special interview with one of our Inner Sanctum members and her wife. And again, you can tune in later. I think it's 12 p.m. I'll be interviewing Rachel Keller as she tells her story. Have an amazing day. If this has helped you, you can absolutely find this on YouTube and share. And again, thank you so much. Mwah, mwah, mwah. And big welcome to all my new TikTok people. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I love TikTok. Bye, you guys. I know I'm forgetting something, but we're just going to end it. Mwah.